If you show up every day, results don't have a choice. If you show up every day, results do not have a choice. Now, if you're a follower of this other YouTuber or this other creator, you might have seen this video. There's this exact title before, and you might say I might have copied the idea, but I haven't really. I really just saw this as soon as I finished writing down about this idea. And if you're not aware, his name is Jet Frozen. He's a really good YouTuber. I recommend to check him out. But if you show up every day, results do not have a choice. Okay, so I want you to imagine one day, like a span of 24 hours, 86,400 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 84,200? I'm not sure, but 86,400. Let's stick to that. Actually, let's assure this 24 seconds in a day. Seconds in a day. So let's assume, yes, 86,400 seconds. Okay. Let's push it a bit further, okay? 86,400. Let's push it to 2 days. I won't multiply, I don't have that time, but then 2 days. Just 2 days. 48 hours. 1 week. 168 hours, right? 30 days. 30 days. 720 hours. 1 year. Have you ever stuck to something for 1 day? Maybe like consistently done something that you wanted to do, or something that had to a particular goal just for 1 day. Only one, nothing more, just 1 day. Just 1 day. And this can be anything. Your homework, your assignment, your exams, your studies, anything. 1 day. If you really look at that 1 day of which you did that thing which you told yourself you're going to do, just 1 day, that thing really didn't have any major effect on anything major, unless it was something really high stakes, of which most of us, let's be honest, don't have in our lives. But then really not that much of effect. Okay, let's push this a bit further. See, let's push it from 1 day to 1 week. 168 hours. Now, for some of us, we have tried these things like gyms, going to the gym, self-help, some diets, some games, some work here and there. But really, we get some really not that appealing stuff from this. We just get some short-term results from doing something in 1 week. Not something life-changing, but 1 week is just the bare minimum for getting an effect that will last for another week or two. 1 month. Have you ever done something for 1 month? Stuck to it for every day for 4 weeks straight, non-stop, non-grind, and for 1 month. And that is, when I talk about this 1 week or 1 month, I'm talking about doing it at least once every day. Meaning that when you go to your calendar or your heat map, you can just circle the day off as if you did something. Not necessarily you played the whole day or necessarily you trained the whole day, but you just took a bit of your time to train. Have you ever done that? I don't want to hear about your answer. I don't want to hear about your answer. Even if it's in the I don't want to hear. 3 months. Let's take this up a notch. 90 days. Have you ever done something for 90 days? Do you know how 90 days feels like? Have you ever done something and you said, damn, I've stuck to this for 90? I'm not talking about studies. When you go to school, you're basically forced to be there. I'm pretty sure for most of you, if school was an option that you had ever since you're in kindergarten, by pre-elementary, you could have quit. You could have just said, screw it, even though it was really important by the time. But then school is not something you can tell me I'm so consistent in school. The only thing you can tell me about something about education that you could be consistent in is doing the extra mile for a long time. Like doing what not everyone does, but for long periods of time, like studying extra time, doing some math extra time, or studying some, you know what I mean. But then 30 times 3 months. I have been posting for 100 days, more than 100 days, not long form videos, short form videos, be specific, sorry. I have really recently started posting long form videos from last month, and really, I know what 100 days feels like. And should I tell you what it feels like? Nothing. The results I've gotten from doing this social media thing for 1 month in 2 different platforms is nothing. Like, it's nothing. And so if I've stuck for something for 100 days, 2,400 hours, amongst those hours I've spent a minimum of 10% of them just consistently hitting them up, just doing it every day. I've only gotten, I think, 99 subs on YouTube, 108 followers on Instagram, of which I think 75% of them are my friends, so I could barely count them 30. And nothing is going on, nothing. And so for any logical, normal person, this could be the best time ever to stop it, to quit, just not continue, just leave it for anyone else to come and take it, and then to just go and do the rest of their lives and wander off. But then I don't want to stop. I'm not stopping anytime soon. And really think about this, like, when you start something, like when you write your New Year's resolutions, when you make a goal for yourself, or when you start a project and you're going to say like 6 months, 7 months, or any amount of time really, do you ever think about the time you are supposed to take in that project, or do you always think about the goal? Because I can tell you that if you think about the goal, you are not going to achieve anything, because it gets really draining really fast, especially if you're trying to achieve something that is really not in the normal, not usual, not something that most people have achieved in multiple levels. So if it's something new, if it's something not normal, if it's something unusual, it's gonna take an unreasonable amount of time, like unreasonable. At this point, I feel like, see, my friends are coming from school on the holiday from 2 weeks from now, and like when they ask me like, okay, you've been posting for more than 100 days now, what have you really achieved from this social media thing? Nothing? Like, telling them nothing is possible, and I will tell them nothing, of course, but then imagine somebody telling you like you spent $2,400, or I don't know, 100 days on something, and you get something close to nothing. This doesn't make sense in your head. You cannot understand this. That's because you don't understand the power of consistency. Consistency, showing up, quantity, is what makes the real difference in life. I know you've heard about quality over quantity, but the only way you could know what quality is by doing a lot of quantity. So I would say confidently that it's quantity over quality first. If you're a beginner, stop, I hear you. If you're a beginner, do not say quality over quantity. I understand your ambition, but with the moment you start stressing over quality, you meet yourself having more quality time prior to doing the actual thing itself. You meet yourself overthinking what you're supposed to be doing. And so, quality over quantity. Appear, show up every day to the point of that success has no option than to pick up your call, because the moment you start doing something is the moment you try dialing up success. Hey yo, success, you there? No. Hey yo, success, you there? No. 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 And if you call it enough times, it will eventually just stop saying no and finally say, heck, who is this person? Let me just pick up the phone. It will pick up on what you're doing, whatever you're doing. Trust me. Now in my life, I'm gonna be honest, it's only one thing that I've ever been able to focus on for a period of 6 months. 6 months, mind you. It was actually 5 months. I'm not sure, but it was something 5 to 6 months. I made projects. I called it Project Max. It was all about improving myself and all about improving the kinds of things I value and the kinds of things I actually. It's the first time I actually endeavored and actually went deep into philosophy, psychology, started studying all of these things, and eventually having a different take on society and life in general. So in short, I took a turn on my life. I was not the Elson you're watching right now. I was kind of that person who was like walking through the motions, just like everyone else, doing the total no. I was very addicted to politics. I do not know why. I was very obsessed with these things that today I really find kind, in a way, childish. It's too childish. Now I've become this person who I can say I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the skills I've been able to have, and this is just because I was able to concentrate on one thing for a long time. This is the same to you. This is going to be the same to this channel, and I hope if you stay long enough in this channel, trust me, give me less than a year. Okay, give me a year. I will make this work. Trust me, bro. Just trust me. So yeah, 90 days. Oh, sorry, 100 days. And that is to get the bare minimum, meaning nothing. So you have to do it a reasonable amount of times until it succeeds. If you do it every day, results or success has no option than to call you up. Catch you in the next one. Take care.